This is either going to resonate really well or piss off everyone.
Comment down below with your thoughts.
Yes.
Well, I'm Matt.
And I'm Carter.
And welcome to It's Kind of a Gray Area.
Welcome back, folks.
Yep. We're going to start the episode a little different today.
Yeah.
All right. We've had a good number of requests for this.
Yes.
And
at least 2.
And we're finally going to pull the trigger on it. So we want to go ahead and bring these guys in.
Yeah.
Yep.
These are our new IKAGA 2.0 mugs.
Yes.
Version 2, the sequel.
I know what you're thinking.
Junior.
How are these different? First off, I didn't mess this up and I made it right-handed instead of left.
Yes.
And also, it doesn't look like a kindergartner did this. This is professionally done, and you can actually buy these now. People have been requesting to buy our mugs, so made it possible.
Yep.
You can go to our Etsy store in the description below and get these. And we're going to go ahead and switch those out. And I don't want to get rid of these because these are sentimental.
So there are a few things that we hold sacred here at IKAGA Studios.
Yeah.
One of them is this table, which has been with us the whole way. There was a different version of the set that you guys have never seen because it's our worst work.
Yeah.
And it was there with us then, and it's here with us now. And I want this wood to be used to make my casket when I die.
Oh, that's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so our mugs are also special to us because they're with us in every single episode. So yeah, we want to include them, so we decided that they will now join us on the background of beckoning of us.
Yes. Always behind us.
Yes.
Forever looking forward.
Right.
I don't know. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and hang these up. Yep, I think I can reach it a little bit better. So we're just going to put those right there.
Mm-hmm.
That one there. We'll make sure I don't grab the one full of water.
And there we go.
Hey,
and just like that,
there you go.
new mugs.
New mugs, guys. Each one of these that you guys buy, if you want one, they are handmade by us. And then shipped by us directly to you. So we don't do the whole drop shipping, hire someone else to do it. They're from us to you. Thank you guys so much for supporting us and the show and just being fans.
Yes.
Super
absolutely.
appreciate it.
So, getting into the shade for today, let's just move right along. So this is something I've been arguing back and forth with Matt about a lot because we interact with each other outside of this show. It is required in our contracts. So today's shade is Chipotle Mexican food? Real quick preface, basically no Mexican food in the U.S. is Mexican food. We're aware of that. Like, the food that we eat is like an Americanized version of anything, whether it's like Chinese, French, Mexican.
Yep.
It's all been very Americanized to include more cheese, more salt, and more sugar so that we'll buy more of it.
As Americans, we'll go to like Italy and be like, I want some of that authentic Italian food. And then you go there and you're like, can I have this kind of sauce and then this kind of cheese and then this kind of noodle? And they're just like, okay. I mean, that's not how we make it. You're like, yeah, but that's how I like it. You're like, yeah, just like home.
Right.
You just ruined it. You changed the whole experience.
Yeah.
I want to also, just really quickly before we get even more into this, is it racist to be like Mexican food? Not to like Mexican food, but to say, hey, I want some Mexican food. It's like, how about just tacos? No, I want what the Mexicans want.
I don't know.
I heard someone say that once, and I'm just like,
I think that's one of those tricky, like, cultural appropriation things of, like, there are people who think you're not allowed to cross those lines of, like, you can't enjoy this culture or you can't eat these foods. Like, that's not your culture. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
By the way, that's what causes racism, not what ends it. Like, we're way better off if we're all just like, hey, man, look at what we got going on over here. Like, you should come join us. And, like, we'll go join you. And we'll all share all of these great things that we're passionate about.
Solid point.
I don't see how that world of being like, let's all share the things we love. Like, how does that end, like, horribly? I don't see how it would set you down a path where it's like, we all hate each other more now.
Yeah. Or if you say, like, yeah, you can't celebrate this. You're not Mexican or you're not Italian or, Irish or whatever. It's like, why can't I? Now you're racist.
Right.
Yeah, how about that? How about that Italian?
Right.
Racist Italian. I want some spaghetti.
I feel like telling an Italian person, like, hey, I want some spaghetti. That feels racist.
And they're just like, you can't enjoy that because you're not Italian.
Right.
There. Racist.
Right.
But okay, let's get back to Chipotle thing.
Yes. So here's my thing with it.
Okay, what's your thing?
So Chipotle, let me give you the rundown of the average Chipotle recipe. You want to take a little bit of tortilla,
Yeah.
a little bit of corn, a little bit of green peppers, like the fajita peppers.
I'm liking it.
A little bit of cheese, black beans, brown beans, whichever type of beans you're better suited towards. You put that in there, and then you want to take about 3 pounds of rice, dump that all on top of it, and there's your Chipotle food.
That's whether you get a salad or a burrito. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So here's why my whole theory is that this can't be called Mexican food. I think given the ratio of rice to other ingredients, it technically and legally needs to be classified as Chinese food. Because with Chinese food, traditionally rice is like the key ingredient to a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like culturally it makes more sense in that way. Maybe authentic Mexican food actually is 90% rice, and I'm wrong on that, and this is more authentic than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it feels like you're getting like a little side portion of ingredients and then a nice helping of rice. So you might as well just go to a Chinese restaurant and get an order of rice and then just eat like a handful of beans with that, and then you've got the same experience.
Which is interesting. If you get a bowl of rice and put a little bit of like soy sauce on it, Chinese. If you get a bowl of rice and put a little bit of black beans or cheese or almost anything else, it is Mexican.
Right.
All right. But then if you get a bowl of rice and then put some chicken flavoring in it, it's American. Ramen noodle? Is ramen noodle American?
No. Well, I mean, it's an Americanized thing.
Americanized thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you just have a bowl of rice, you're poor.
Right.
But yeah, I think it jumps so quickly into something else depending on what that second ingredient is.
Yeah. See, here's my thing with it, too, and this goes back to race. It's
Okay.
a great thing to always be fixating our conversations
Yes,
around.
two white guys at a table talking about
Right.
racism.
But here's my point, though. If I am like 99.98% English, Scottish,
Yep.
and then 0.01% Mexican, could I go out and be like, I'm Mexican?
I mean, you're
Technically, but in all practical senses, no. And everyone would be very angry at me asserting that. So I feel like if you are 99.98% rice and 0.01% Mexican food ingredients, I don't think you could call yourself Mexican food.
Yeah, you're too white, Rice.
This is either going to resonate really well or piss off everyone.
Comment down below with your thoughts.
Yes. Please know we're not trying to alienate any sort of ethnic background.
Nope.
I just have strong personal feelings about Chipotle.
And racism.
Against it.
We actually did the genetic testing.
Yes.
And we're not related, by the way. Found that out. But also, I'm part Viking, which is freaking awesome. I love it. I think I'm like 80% or 68% British. And
Yeah.
you are too, right?
I am
Similar?
predominantly English, and then with like a third, basically Scottish-Irish. It didn't specify, but like one of those two. And then just a tiny bit of Viking in there too.
Okay, so if you guys aren't happy with what we're saying, be mad at the English and British.
Hey.
Okay, and a little bit at the Vikings.
To be fair, they started this whole country, so it's really everything that's happening now is their fault.
Okay, all right. So your opinion is Chipotle is not Mexican food.
I think
It's mostly Chinese according to ratio.
Yes, and to be fair, Chinese food consists of a lot more diversity in ingredients than just rice. Like, I mean, man, one of my favorite cuisines, just because it's one of the few approaches to food where every type of vegetable made is something I can enjoy.
Also super small.
Yeah.
I've never seen corn on the cob this big.
Oh, right. Well, that's what corn used to look like before all the thousands of years of breeding it to be much larger.
Before we actually all became giants.
Right.
Yeah.
We used to be small enough.
That was normal.
Huge, right?
Talk about corn.
Right.
Talk about corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, my position is basically that I don't think it can be considered Mexican food. To be fair, I'm kind of realizing I don't think you can really call it Chinese food because it lacks the other things that make Chinese food. I think it needs to just be a rice store. Like they should change their name to Rice R Us.
No, rice and more.
Rice and more.
Rice and more.
Chipotle needs to become rice and more.
Yep. As far as American is concerned, an American, that's Mexican food.
Which is what we're talking about, remember?
Yes.
American Mexican.
American. So I believe this is Mexican American food.
Right.
Yeah.
Matt likes Chipotle.
I do like Chipotle.
I don't get it.
It's so good. But yeah, so I vote that it is Mexican food. Americanized, but it is Mexican food.
And I vote it's just rice. It, like, the amount that is other food is so small, it is negligible.
I mean, again, to be fair, if it's rice with little corn on the cob, it's Chinese. With real corn on the cob, it's Mexican.
I guess. I don't know.
The difference is marginal.
We've talked about this long enough to alienate every single part of the world. So let's go ahead and end this.
Yep.
This might have been a bad idea to talk about.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
We're putting it out there. Okay. All right. So I am that it is Mexican food.
And
Americanized.
I think it should be called rice and more.
Rice and more. All right. Here we go. Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh!
I win for once. It's been so long. Like the first few seasons, I was like nonstop. But yeah, there you go. So Chipotle, for your consideration, I think the name Rice and More is up for grabs.
And apparently, I really love Chinese and Mexican food because they seem to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Today's Would You Rather is, would you rather spend 5 years in a minimum security prison? Okay. With those little mini corn on the cobs. Or spend your entire life living in your parents' basement until you're 60. So
Are you allowed outside?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just where you live. You can't live anywhere else. You live with your parents until you're 60 or minimum security prison for 5 years. Now, if you are 59 years old and watching this, you can't play this.
No, I don't want to exclude anyone. You can. You just got it easier than everyone else.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's true.
This is America. And you know what America's all about? An equal opportunity. Oh, God, please cut that. Okay, so living with my parents until I'm 60.
Yep. And you are how old right now?
I am 22.
All right. I am 33.
Well, actually, no. This is coming out later. I am 23.
Oh, that's right. You're about to have a birthday. Or you just did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time travel.
Time travel's tough, guys.
Yeah. 37 years.
37 more years.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That is a long time. And it's a minimum security prison for 5 years.
Yep.
I'd be out by the time I'm 28. That's still a lot of life left ahead of me. And minimum security prison, which means probably not nearly the same level of violence.
No.
I would imagine.
No, it's all like white collar stuff.
If you guys have ever been in a minimum security prison, like not on a tour, but like because you did something wrong,
Yeah.
please let us know what that was like. I don't know almost anything about minimum security prisons. I think I'd go with the minimum security prison.
I would too.
I don't think I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay. First of all, it's not even just about living with my parents. That in of itself, all the way till I'm 60, is not something I want to do. But then also just the idea of living in the same place at all for the next 60 years.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
37.
Oh, yeah, until I'm 60, I mean. I gotta, get down, get on the road and see what else is out there for me.
Because he's a rambler.
Exactly.
Yep. It's a song. Yeah, I would do the same thing.
How would you feel if your daughter lived with you until she was 60?
I wouldn't want that.
Right.
And I love my daughter. I would die immediately for my daughter. But
without even a reason.
Without
just tell me to die for her. I'm there.
But if she's like, I'm going to live with you till I'm 60, I would then die.
Right. For her. For
her. For me a little bit.
I mean, I get a little out of it, but
it's too much. So, yeah. All right. Today we learned that Chipotle is not Mexican food.
It's basically just rice, and the universe agrees.
Yeah. Yep. And we would both rather go to prison than live at home.
Yes.
With our parents.
So, if you guys like today's episode and you're not mad at us for mentioning a bunch of different racial issues, then please check out our other episodes. We promised none of them are as racist as this one feels like it's leaning towards. But yeah, there's other good stuff out there. Please go check it out. We also have the Batman documentary that is coming out regularly now, so go check that out as well. And let us know what you think about all of it.
But before you click away to see our other videos, make sure you comment, like, and push that subscribe button so you don't miss out.
Yep. And never try to eat crunchy tacos during a funeral.
Yeah, that's a really bad choice. Ring the notification bell.
If you want to get authentic Italian food, go to Olive Garden.
And impress your friends at your next dinner party by hiring Chef Boyardee.
Why not?
And as always, IKAGA.
Yep.
Yay!